Coach, congratulations. How did you guys get it done? This was a tough game. You knew it going in, and great gutty effort, I guess, to come from behind in both halves.
Well, I would just say that, over the course of a 35, 40 game season, there's going to be those nights when the ball doesn't go in or you don't play as well as you're capable. Tonight was one of those nights, and I give UCLA credit for coming out early. And I don't know if I've ever coached in a game where the other team has outscored us 20-0 in the first 3 minutes of the first half and the first 3 minutes of the second half, and we won. So you think about that, we were down in a sense 20-0 in a 6 to 8 minute window. As the final score will tell you, we really outscored them by 30 points in a 32-minute window. It was just a strange game. Obviously, our starters didn't have it tonight, and struggled in many ways, in big ways. But Gabe York tonight, in my opinion, was one of the big reasons we won. He had 28 points. His shot in front of our bench in the second half, his overall play, and especially his scoring in the first half, was a big reason we had the cushion. And Dusan Ristic, that was the best game that he's played. I know a lot of people are going to ask, why didn't he play more in the second half? It was a defensive situation that we were in with Kevon Looney starting to shoot the ball the way he did. And based on that, we went with the older, experienced players, and we went more with Rondé at the 4. So we played the game to take care of that. And unfortunately for Dusan, he didn't get as many minutes in the second half. But his 4 for 4 in the first half and 12 points, coupled with Gabe York's overall play, those two guys were the players of the game tonight.
All right, halftime, your team's up by 14. Come out in the second half, as you talked about. UCLA got that great run to get right back into the ball game and take the lead. You took a couple timeouts. What did UCLA do so well there in that stretch to get back into the ball game?
Well, their zone defense had us out of sorts. We have a zone offense that we've been running for a long time, and there are plenty of teams that have zoned us, and we've done a great job. Tonight was not one of those nights. We didn't execute our zone offense. As a matter of fact, a lot of times we weren't even running it. The game, I think college game day and everything that was at stake tonight, you call it game pressure. And once in a while you can not be yourself when you're in that. But my point to our team afterwards is, when you come to Arizona, especially at this time of year, this is really what you've signed up for. Every game from this point on is the same. There are no more of those games where it's not quite as big. We have the Pac-12 tournament, we have the NCAA tournament, and we have 4 games left here in conference play, 2 of which are going to come on this next road trip, where we have to be at our best, we have to be ready, we have to execute. And some of the plays that were made, the shots that we missed, we were fortunate to be able to win the game and play as bad as we did in so many areas. And again, when you're a team, you don't rely on 1 or 2 players. We had some guys who don't start the game, win the game for us tonight.
We talked before the ball game about rebounding. It's always big. UCLA, an outstanding offensive rebounding team. When we look at the stat sheet and see that was one of the huge advantages for the Wildcats. I mean, when you look down and put all the numbers together, will you go back to those rebounds and say, hey, maybe this is why we won the game?
We did, and Caleb, he didn't score as much tonight, but I thought he really competed. He had 7 defensive rebounds, 9 altogether. Stanley, again, he didn't maybe have it from the field tonight, but he had 10 rebounds. And you're right, our dominance on the glass to not allow them to get their usual second shots. And I think for us, us being able to get 14 second shots certainly was a big reason that we were able to win.
All right, Coach, congratulations. We'll see you in Boulder.
Thank you.
Head coach Sean Miller here courtside at McHale Center, where the Wildcats beat the Bruins.